Hi, my name is Noel Davis with World Composting, and today we are outside by my grill because I want to show you how to prepare crab and different types of shells for your worm bin. So I'm out here at my grill. You can do this in your oven too. I just happen to be cooking on my grill today. I'm making some burgers and thought that afterwards I just set it up and start cooking these shells to get them to bake a little bit and get soft. So I'm going to show you how to get those ready for the grill or oven, and then I'll show you what I do. So my grill is currently on. I've got a aluminum piece of foil here that I've used before, and I've got bags of shells here. So these are frozen from being in my freezer, and I'm going to throw these on this tray. Now before I threw them in this bag, I sort of rinsed them off any seasoning or anything, but right now I'm going to put all of this, including any moisture or anything, on this tray. Right now I'm just throwing these bags on the ground. I'm going to pick them up though. If you can, I'd use a reusable bag instead of these plastic bags, but you know, I was in a rush probably when I did it, or had somebody else in my family do it. So there we go. These are in the tray, this aluminum tray that I'm going to use. There are a couple holes poked in the bottom, and these shells I'm sure will poke some more as I put some pressure on them. And the idea behind that is to let any liquids drain out. So this is ready to go. Now I typically do this after I cook something and I need to let it cool down, and I'll just throw it on there for another 10 minutes or something like that to heat them up and try to dry them out and make them nice and brittle. You can do this in your oven with the same thing. You're cooking something in your oven, you throw it in there and you do the exact same thing. I've done this in my oven before. I just happen to be grilling today, and the grill, it heats up really well, just like this. So once the burgers are ready and I take them off, I'll show you how I put this on the grill. All right, so here we are. The grill's ready to go. As you can see, it's up to almost 600 degrees, it says on here. I doubt that's 100% accurate, but it's probably pretty close, maybe around the 500 mark. So we're gonna lift this open. That's what I used to cook my burgers on. We have our packet here of crab legs, and we're gonna throw these right on there, close this up, and we're gonna let this cook. So I would give it to 10 to 20 minutes. Really, it depends on the temperature you're doing. In the oven, it's gonna take probably the full 20 minutes at 400 or 350 degrees. In here, I'm probably gonna give it maybe 10 minutes, if that. I gotta go upstairs, grab the burgers and get them ready and everything and finish those up, and then we'll see how it is when I come back down. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes out here or longer, and I've got these gloves on here. These are fireproof gloves. They're supposed to be good for, I can put them on right, about 900 degrees, and that's what I'm going to use to take this off here. So these are crispy on top, you can tell. So these are good. Move that to the side. We're going to turn this off now, let it cool. I'll turn the gas off later. And we need to put this inside the house and let it cool down. All right, guys, so we have our crab that has been sitting now for about 24 hours, and we're going to start adding that. Remember, this has already been heated up, so it's cooled off, and we're just going to start adding it to this little blending container here. You don't want to add too much, you just kind of want to get it packed in. This is really brittle now. I mean, even some of this stuff just flakes right apart because it's so burned. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it on here and grind it up. And you might have to shake this a little bit. All right, so this looks like it's all been blended up, and you know, it's not real fine, but it's good enough for this. I'm going to put this down right here, and then what you do is you add that to a container. If I can open it, right in here. So this is my container that has all of my ground up shells in it. I'm just going to add these here. If you can't tell, there's a slight difference in color as these are cooked a little bit more than those were when I first started. But that's what I do for this, and then I slowly add this to my bins as I'm going to kind of use it up. And this way, you know, the shells that I'm using for crabs and things like that do not just get thrown out, but are composted. Or you don't even have to throw these into your compost. You could add these directly to your yard and, you know, have it that way to add a good bit of nutrient to your yard that's from fish and shells and stuff like that. So it'll be a nice, like, sandy material that you can add if you have especially a yard that has a lot of clay. It can help break that up a little bit. So that's how I process my shells for my bin, and then I add these very slowly. You don't add a whole lot because these are, you know, these might have a little bit of meat left over in them and things like that, and you don't want a whole lot of that in your bins. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. Thank you.